Bellator returns with a bang when reigning champion Ryan Darth Bader faces interim champ Valentin Moldavsky for the undisputed heavyweight crown. Bellator MMA, live Saturday, January 29th on Showtime, where warriors rule.
Only 4 teams remain in the NFL playoffs, and as we get closer to Super Bowl 56, our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook are back with a huge offer. New customers can get 56-1 odds on any team to win their game. Bet just $5 and win $280 in free bets if your pick is correct. Good opportunity for Cowboy fans like Jack to actually get something out of the NFL playoffs for once.
That's cold, Matt, but you're right. To take advantage of this great offer, all you got to do is bet $5 on either game this weekend, and DraftKings Sportsbook will give new customers an additional $280 in free bets if the pick hits. Even if Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you can still win big. Everybody can play for huge cash prizes with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football Contest. New customers have a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use promo code SMOKE, and get 56-1 odds on any NFL team. Bet just $5 to win $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code SMOKE at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Welcome back to another episode of All the Smoke. We got a special guest in today, man, a recurring guest on our show, Big Perk. We're going to have a mid-season review, talk some game, talk some shit. Make sure you guys enjoy this episode. All right, fellas, mid-season awards and questions. I want you guys to give me your starting 5. How do you feel who's playing the best this season?
Oh.
Perk, you're a guest.
Yeah, go ahead,
Go ahead, Perk.
God
On
damn.
the spot.
I'm a guest, but I'm family, you know what I mean? You know what? Am I building my starting 5 like a team that I want, or I got to select from great players?
No, what you want?
I'm going to take Giannis. Okay. I'm gonna move
That's
him
where
at
you
the
starting.
Yeah, I'm starting out.
Players, we talking about players today, right?
Players
Okay.
today. I'm taking Giannis. Look, I'm taking Giannis, and I'm putting him right at the center position, okay?
Hold on, Jack. Who's your center?
My
your
center
5?
right now is Embiid.
Ooh,
I'm going with Joel Embiid, my center.
Ooh, my center. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. I'm gonna take LeBron.
Hold on, dog. I thought we was building our team.
Yeah, we gonna build it, but what if you know?
But I'm moving. Okay, so it's cool that I'm moving Giannis to the motherfucking 5.
Yeah, you can put people where you want them.
Yeah, that's cool.
You up? Go ahead.
That's why I picked my center. I picked my center as well.
All right, cool. So I'm building the team to win with superstars. My point guard, need somebody that's gonna know how to dish the rock, be a lob threat, be a threat at the basket. I'm going with Ja Morant.
That's his guy.
Yeah, my point guard. Damn right, the dark side.
Your point guard.
Man, y'all know which way I'm going. I'm going Kyrie all day.
Ooh,
Kyrie, I'm not mad at that.
Okay. I ain't mad at
Don't
you.
question it.
I ain't mad. They can't. Nobody can't.
I want to go with my brother CP, but it's hard to pass up on Steph.
Yeah,
so
I would say that.
I'm gonna take Steph as my PG. What you got?
I'm fucking with it. So I'm building my squad. I got Giannis at the 5. Ja at the 1, so I got my pick and roll action with the lob threat and everything.
That's 2 motors right there, too.
Now I need a stretch big or 4. I'm going to get Kevin Durant, and I'm going to slide him to the power forward position. Yeah, because he's a sniper. He don't need the ball in his hands to be able to get buckets, shoot the 3 at a high clip. I'm going with KD as my stretch 4, power forward.
That's crazy right there. That's super crazy. For me, for my stretch 4, I'm gonna go Jokic. So I'm building a big team. I'm going back to those San Antonio.
Wow.
Those San Antonio Spurs days. So I'm going 2 bigs.
We're gonna spread this motherfucker out though and make him work. I'm gonna go.
2 bigs.
My power forward is gonna be a healthy Anthony Davis. And my power forward.
Is Anthony Davis ever gonna be healthy?
And for my team, he is.
What you gonna do?
We're talking about players today, so you're asking for a banged up player that possibly not going to be there in 2 weeks.
No bullshit. Listen, no bullshit. Look,
On my team,
you
he's
know
gonna
what?
be healthy.
You might be right. He might be healthy because
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. My joints and shit was hurting when I was pulling up, and whatever you gave me, you know what I'm saying,
medicine.
rolled up. I'm solid right now.
Yes, sir.
I might
Medicine
just go
be talking
touch the
to you.
rim.
Yes, sir. Big Perk,
That's
talk
what
to
we
him.
do.
Talk to him.
I might go touch the rim.
Well, you know we have something ready for you. Shout out 7 leaves, but go ahead.
But so I'm next position.
Mm-hmm.
I need a two guard. I need a two guard. I need a two-way defender, two guard that could snipe and play defense. He just got back. Give me Klay Thompson.
Give me Klay. That's why I was going with
Give me
mine.
Klay Thompson.
That's definitely where I was going with mine, dog.
Give me Klay Thompson.
You
They
get
got
the first
some-
pick. You got the advantage in this game.
They got somebody else, don't you?
Nah. I'm good. Okay, so look. So if that's what we gonna do. If that's what we gonna do, then at my shooting guard, I'm gonna have to get a dog and somebody that could score. I'm gonna go Jimmy Butler.
Ooh,
Okay.
I ain't mad at it.
I'm not mad at that at all. I'm going to go for my 2. I should get 2 picks now because I've had the last pick. So
Go
I
ahead,
should get my
do your
last
thing.
2.
We can go back in reverse and Jackie
You're
get
next,
the
and then
3.
you
I
the last
get
one.
yeah.
Okay, so my next pick.
So my 2, I'm going to go with Devin Booker. And my 3, I'm going with Kawhi Leonard.
Nice.
So I got
Nice.
Steph, Book, Kawhi, LeBron, and Anthony Davis.
Nice. So it's my pick, right?
Yeah. Who you closing your team off with? So who you got so far? You got Kyrie.
Yeah.
You got Embiid. You
Yeah.
got Jokic.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler.
Yep. And my last pick to close things out on my side, I'm going with James Harden. I can't pass him up.
I ain't mad at that.
Ooh, stack small up there, Con in
I
there.
can't pass him up.
Big up front, small in the back.
I see. I could dig.
They're going to make up
JH.
for a lot of mistakes on defense.
I could dig JH. Well, I think I may shock y'all with this one. I'm gonna shock y'all with this shit. But I'm looking at my lineup, and I got Giannis at the 5, KD at the 4. So I got scoring, got Ja, I got Klay Thompson. So I need a wing defender. I need a guy that's capable of knocking down shots, but I need a guy with size and length. Okay, size and length, like 6'8", 6'9", listed maybe 6'10". I'm going with Jeremy Grant.
He can score too.
I'm going.
Who picked Braun?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, he picked him at the center position.
That's right.
Yeah.
center,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I ain't mad at
Jeremy
that.
Grant, not bad.
I'm
not
going
bad.
Jeremy Grant. With the team I have, I'm going with Jeremy
18,
Grant.
20 if you need it, and then he definitely plays D.
You really only need him with 10 points,
Play
8
defense,
rebounds,
play your role till they
3
crown your
steals,
soul.
3 blocks.
Yes, sir. Okay. Well, that's our current 5. Next up, our top 3 MVP candidates at the midpoint. Park, we'll start with you.
Goddamn. See, here's the thing, all right? I feel like this year is different when it comes down to MVP.
I don't think that we've ever had this many at this point.
We don't. And to be honest, it could switch every month.
Right.
They can switch
Right,
every
'cause
week,
it's
every
not
2
just
weeks,
like-
the way these motherfuckers be
Yeah,
talking
like
about
they
it.
putting out numbers. So I'm gonna go with the 3, in my opinion, that's been the most consistent. Like they didn't have no bumps and bruises. And I'm going with Steph Curry. I'm going with Ja Morant. And people could say Memphis went 11-2 without him. Man, so y'all know how that work. You know what I mean? Some teams just rally together and the other opponent just don't respect you like
Shows
that.
how tight they are.
Yeah, right. And I'm not disrespecting the Memphis Grizzlies. But then at number three, I want to go with KD. KD been out. I got to go with Joel Embiid. Here's why. I was one of them. I thought that Philly. No, I actually thought that Philly was gonna be a top 6 seed. Right? They're a top 5 seed in the Eastern Conference, and a lot of people thought they was go, being that play-in out the playoffs without Ben Simmons.
Right.
And now every single night you could count on Joel Embiid to give you 35 and 14.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Whoever in his way.
Don't matter.
To be honest, outside of KD and Kyrie, I don't know if anybody else is more skilled than him.
Right.
He
Than
tough.
those two.
No
He's
question.
tough. I mean, he, with all due respect, I said this a few weeks back. To me, he's the best big in the game, and that's saying a lot.
No,
Because Jokic
that
is a
says a
motherfucker.
lot. That
You know
says
what I
a
mean?
lot.
So I'm a big fan of Embiid. I'm not mad. Since you talked about Embiid, if you're Embiid right now having the season you are, and you know that Daryl Morey and Elton Brand are sitting on Ben Simmons, are you mad because you've had an injury play career, you're playing probably the best basketball of your career, and your team is sitting on Ben Simmons? He's not coming back. No matter what the fuck they say or do, he's not coming back. Are you mad if you're Joel Embiid, and do you go have a conversation with the front office like, can you trade this dude so we can see who's going to be on our team and try to really make this run? Because you know they're not going to make it far without getting whatever they were going to get for Ben Simmons.
Fuck that. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Let me tell you why I'm not mad. Because you don't think that they didn't have that conversation with Joel Embiid, right? So what I'm saying is, like, conversation had to be had. Like, before all this transpired, and Joel Embiid, before the season, he came out and he said it. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I can't worry about Ben Simmons. I got to worry about going win some games with the guys we got right now. So that showed me already
Where his mind was.
where
I'm
his
not-
mind- No, but I'm getting to this.
Okay.
So something had to be said. And I'm gonna tell you straight up. This is real life. This is not rumors. Okay, no matter how much he may try to deny it. But right now, I think Philly want to win. I know they're not going to win a championship unless they make a big move. But I think they're thinking more so about next season. See what I'm saying? And so I'm going to just give you hints and you can figure it out. But James Harden didn't sign his contract extension. All right? He didn't sign it. He was supposed to sign it. He was supposed to go KD, Kyrie, James Harden. Didn't happen. All right? So he didn't sign it. Now, James Harden camp is telling people in Philly, we want to come play with Embiid next year. This ain't no lie, this facts. But then he telling the Brooklyn Nets, the ownership group different. See what I'm saying?
You just drop a perk bomb?
Yeah, somewhat. And I ain't told nobody this shit. But this is
We appreciate
happening
it
in
for
real
all the
life.
smoke. Yeah, we
you
appreciate
goddamn
that.
right. I got to give all the smoke. So now Embiid
I ain't mad at that.
because of who Embiid is, he's a dog and he want to win.
Can you imagine that pick and roll coming downhill with Harden coming at you with Embiid just setting a big pick on you, then popping and rolling? That could be the best two-man game in the league.
Easily. But that's where that's at. So that's why Embiid ain't doing no complaining.
So you got Steph, Morant, Embiid. Jack. Excuse me, top three.
MVP. I'm going Steph. I'm going DeMar DeRozan. And I'm going Embiid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People's argument with Steph Curry, he's been off for a month. When I laugh when I hear it, your thoughts on that? Oh, he's been cold for a month. He can't be in the conversation anymore.
No.
Like, you know basketball?
If you want to get technical, should have won it last year.
Yep.
So let's not go there. Because he could have won it last year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
Point
agree.
blank.
Thank you.
I can't stand that light
So the unanimous person on our
I'm so jealous of
He's
him.
so cold. So the unanimous person on all our lists, because I'm gonna start with Steph. So Steph's the
Yes.
unanimous guy
Yes.
across the board.
Yes.
I got KD and then I got Giannis. I've been not a critic, but someone who's always been saying for Milwaukee to get past, for us to believe in you. We talked about and also with Lay. For us to believe in you, you got to win it. We talked about it on ESPN the other day. Similar to the way the way we were talking about the Jazz, but the way we look at Milwaukee, like we wasn't really believing in Giannis MVPs until you win it. And to me, Giannis has continued to improve and get better. He's a dog with the motor, picking up his skill. Like it's hard to say, like you said. I agree. We've never had at this point of the season so many candidates, and we probably missing a few people. You know what I mean? So, but those are our three. At this point, at the midpoint.
I got one thing to add.
Go ahead.
See, the thing is with Giannis, he made me a believer, but I had to see it.
Right.
I had to see it. Like, I wanted to see that game 6. I wanted to see him go up to the free throw line because a lot of people, and Jack and I, the big bro, was on the same page. They wasn't understanding what we were saying about the Batman and Robin shit, right?
Right.
Like, we wasn't saying that Chris Middleton is the absolute best player on the team.
No.
That's not what we were saying. All we were saying was in the
He was
stats
closing.
actually, the stats actually showed it, but we don't get into stats like that. But every time it was crunch time, he was that motherfucker going to get those buckets.
But if you watch the game, Bud was calling plays for Chris Middleton in crunch
We
time.
know.
He wasn't calling them for Giannis. You know what I'm saying? But that's motherfuckers that don't know the
Straight
game.
up.
But it's different now.
I just don't want us to get bored with Giannis either.
Right, you're right.
And with the numbers that he's putting up.
Incredible.
You know what I mean?
I mean, when you say the most dominant player since Shaq,
That's crazy.
I mean, that's self-explanatory
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
there. That's self-explanatory.
And then one more, Steph Curry, check this out. People saying he's going through a slump, and he may be, right? But bro, you got organizations showing their fucking hand already. Like they're running playoff type schemes to guard this
2
man.
or 3
And it's
million.
working.
But even if he does go through that, like they're showing their hand in January and December.
Yeah.
A playoff, like shit, you don't pull off to the playoffs. Come on, man, stop with that.
Come on, man. A
That's the
healthy
respect.
Clay and Draymond coming back. Nasty. Moving along. Top 5 teams at the midpoint. Jack, I'm going to start with you.
Top 5 teams at the midpoint. Let's go. Golden State, Phoenix. We'll go New Jersey.
Brooklyn.
Excuse me. Brooklyn, my bad.
It's New Jersey this thing.
And it was New Jersey when I was there.
Yeah,
my
that's
bad.
what I'm saying.
Brooklyn, Milwaukee. Throw Memphis in there.
Ooh, Perk like the dark side.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Perk,
throwing
talk to him
Memphis
about
in
the
there.
dark side. Perk,
Man,
who's your 5?
Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with the dark side. I'm going Golden State, Phoenix. I mean,
Got
how
to.
can you not? Like seriously,
Got to.
how can you not? I'm putting Chicago in there.
Yes, sir.
I'm putting Memphis in there. That number 5 hard, man.
There's
That
so
number
many
5.
teams.
That number 5 hard. But here's the thing with why I'm gonna put the Bucks at 5 and not Brooklyn. It just haven't been there enough for me when you look at Brooklyn. Like the consistency, where's James Harden been at? You know what I'm saying? Like he shows up every now and then. You know, what's up with Kyle? Like, you know what I mean? How the chemistry go work. And here's the thing about Brooklyn. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You cannot name me one championship that was won without having a defensive anchor in the middle, a center.
Yeah,
You can play as much small ball as you want, but in some kind of way, you go look at every championship team.
Yeah.
They had some type of center, a guy that could play center,
Draymond.
that can anchor that defense.
Hold it down.
And the Brooklyn Nets just don't have that.
Yeah.
Good call.
So I'm going with the Bucks at 5.
My top 5, I
sense.
got the Warriors, I got Phoenix, I got Memphis, I got Milwaukee, and I got Miami. And although I'm high on Chicago,
They're not ready.
I think they've exceeded, with all due respect, I think they've exceeded
Oh,
expectations
you
at this
make me
point.
want to change my dog.
You know, I think
Went
they've,
against the
yeah,
Goons.
I think they've, you forgot, that's your team. You fuck with them heavy too. You fuck with them heavy too. But yeah, I think Chicago's had a great season up to this point, but when I said at the beginning of the season, I thought they were a top 4 team, people were like, nah, they're number 1 right now. But I
They
think
are.
once they come back down to
They
earth,
are.
they're going through some injuries right now. I think they'll come back down in the pack, because I want to say it's only a 2.5 gap between the 1 seed and the 6 seed in the Eastern Conference. So a bad week can have you at 6 from 1.
Facts.
So
Facts.
Let me make
I
sure
like
this. Because we all felt it. We all feeling this way. We was just like, we can't put them in just yet. Them Cavs.
I like that team. Well, that's leading to. Let's talk about them. That's leading to our surprise team of the year. Let's go. So, would you give that your team right there?
That's it. That's it. I mean, seriously, I'm looking
Shout out
at
Bernie Bickerstaff Jr.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
they're doing this thing.
Yeah.
BJ.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at that, right? And I'm at the start of the season, I'm like, at some point Kevin Love is gonna get traded. Kevin Love's still there. Matter of
Having
fact,
fun,
embracing
too.
that
That's
role.
what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like
Having
coming
fun.
in off the bench.
Having fun.
I'm like, Evan Mobley, I watched him in college, I'm like, he got potential, but it's gonna be 2 or 3 years. Nah, it's right now. is right now.
He can go.
And Darius Garland, okay? First
Should
of all,
be an all-star.
Jared Allen, for sure, facts. Jared Allen balling his ass off.
He got his money.
But man, listen. When it comes down to Darius Garland, people have to realize this. It could have been a lot of things that would change in that draft class with Zion and Ja, right? We have to realize this. Darius Garland in college before he tore his ACL was actually considered the best point guard
in
and
that
best draft.
Yeah.
But because his knee injury, you know what I mean, it set him back in the draft. But if he was healthy, it could have been a whole. We could be talking about some other things, but it's the Cavs, man. Like they ain't barking, they ain't talking loud, but they and they got wings. They got athletic young wings, Okoro and all those guys. They're some dogs.
Yeah, I think they've created life after LeBron. You know what I mean? Like they finally have a new identity over there in Cleveland. Same thing with Memphis. We'll touch on that later. But you know that grindhouse, grit and grind, Zebo and them. Like that Memphis team has created a new identity as well. But I really like that team. Your surprise team at the midway point of the season.
Man, you said it, Memphis by far. I mean, I was high on Chicago. Chicago, got off to a good start with the team they had. A new team to be at the top of the East like they are, but. Memphis for sure. The West is a different animal, and they've been going to the Eastern Conference and Western Conference destroying people. So I got to go with Memphis.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. My pick is Chicago. They were my pick at the beginning of the season. I'm not going to change that. I love what they got going on over there. I love what DeMar DeRozan has brought to that team as far as. Obviously, you see what he's doing with the big shots and game winners and points, but I think his leadership and he studied under Pop for a few years, and he's been in the wars in Toronto. I love Caruso and Ball in the backcourt. That defense, when they're both healthy, they really get to it. Vucevic is a little slow. I think they need a stretch four, an athletic stretch four that could to really take them to the next level. But I look, they got a young, hungry team. Billy Donovan's over there doing his thing, man. So. That's my team. Up to this point, most improved player, Perk.
Man. Most improved player. I can't go with a guy like Ja Morant as most improved.
Because in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? You drafted number 2. You won Rookie of the Year. Like, the next step is All-Stars. Like, I'm not saying most improved is beneath you, but
it almost is.
It's almost like even that one year when people was almost like, man, Lucas should get most improved. No, he shouldn't. Like, no, we got like the expectations are high.
You got to put him in the MVP category. Same with Morant. Like now, Morant's in the MVP category to me, and I agree with you. Instead of the most improved, but he's had a great leap.
Man, so many out there, man. Like you got Bronson, man, who be balling. Luka was out. He putting up big numbers. I mean, damn, you got Jordan Poole, but I think Jordan Poole gonna be affected by Clay being back, so I don't see him being there towards the tail end of it. But if I gotta go with the most improved, man, I gotta go with Desmond Baines. I'm gonna stay on that dark side of Memphis.
Not mad at that.
Last year averaging 9 points, this year averaging 18. Like, no Dylan Brooks, no problem. I got me a killer right here. And then he added more to his game. It's not just I'm labeled as a sniper. It's like I'm getting to the rack, 1-2 dribble pull-ups, and I ain't a hoe. I ain't a hoe. I'm gonna go toe to toe. I'm gonna talk noise with LeBron James, and I'm about that. Okay, cool.
You can't teach that.
No.
I'm gonna go with Tyler Hero.
Oh, good call.
You know, so I think that's my most improved. He talked a lot of talking. We love guys that talk the talk and walk the walk.
And backed it up.
And he backed it up. So I got to go with Tyler Hero,
that's
man.
He
really holding. He really stepped in with all the injuries they had going on at the beginning of the season.
Great call. He should be an all-star.
I was about to playing.
He should be an all-star. I'm gonna go with Miles Bridges. Or no. I'm gonna go with Miles Bridges over in Charlotte. Made a great move. We talked about it earlier in the season. Made a great move by turning down Charlotte's. I think it was a $60 million deal at the beginning of the season. He got himself a lot more money the way he's been playing this year. Career year, him and LaMelo's chemistry is unbelievable. So to me, those are the two cornerstones of that franchise, and I'm a big fan of Miles Bridges. Rookie of the year is a talented class. Some guys haven't really, I guess projected the way we thought they would at this point, but it's a tough season. They're gonna be fine. But Park, who at this halfway point is your rookie of the year?
God damn. Right now it's between Scotty Barnes and Mobley. K couldn't have been balling, by the way. Detroit just stinks. They just stinks. Like he didn't have a triple-double. They just fucking suck. So it's not his fault, but he's actually putting up the numbers. But man, I'm gonna have to go with Evan Mobley. Top 10 in blocks, like top 10. Down there playing like a seasoned vet, like, you know what I mean? Like playing his role. I'm looking how versatile he is. He's putting up the numbers, but you gotta watch him. You gotta actually watch him. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's up there with 1 and 2 in every category, but man, I gotta go with Mobley.
I ain't mad at that.
It's really, when you look at it, that's the only person you can really go with. If you look at like the effect he bring on the game with his team, like he does a lot. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, to play a role like that as a rookie, you got to give him his props. I think he got that locked.
Yeah, shout out. No, I agree. Same thing for me. And what's crazy is, he went to SC, so I got to see him play, and he played really well in college. But I think he's going to be a better pro than, sometimes it's do they translate? I think he's going to his game is built for the pros, and he's definitely someone that is going to be there for a long time. Perk, who's your favorite team? I mean, I already know the answer. I think
I ain't gonna keep riding with Memphis like that.
Who's your favorite team to watch this season? I mean, they're a fun team to watch, though.
Yeah, but they are. I mean, they number one. It's other teams out there I could give some credit to. So I'm gonna go. Obviously, Memphis at 1, but everybody know this shit. I'm gonna go with. God damn, man. Want to go with the Hawks, but they've been losing. I don't really know if I can go against the grain against Memphis, dog. They so excited, man. I'm trying to give somebody else the benefit of the doubt.
Is there a more exciting team in the NBA right now outside of Memphis? I think they're the most exciting team in the game.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, Golden State.
Yeah, I mean, they're fun, yeah. But that's my team. But that I like. I'll sit down and
it's just
make time for Golden State.
It's just something about Memphis, man.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Jack?
You got to go Golden State with me. I love watching them play, but I also like watching the Nets play when they got all 3 of those guys.
Yeah. I like smart teams. Golden State is a smart team. Their ball movement, similar to them teams.
That's what I was thinking of. It wasn't the Hawks.
Ooh.
Charlotte.
Charlotte's fun to watch.
Charlotte. LaMelo, them lobs and shit.
Yes, sir.
But I can't pick them over
I'm
Memphis.
not mad at that.
But I'll put them second.
My team is Golden State. Darkhorse, Jack. A team that maybe not a lot of people are talking about, but you think has a chance to get to the big game, the big finals.
It's kind of hard, man, because this year I think the front runners are going to be the ones that we can rely on. I don't think it's going to be a team that's going to make
sneak in.
Yeah, I really don't think. But if I had to pick a dark horse, I would have to go. Shit, it's just a Memphis show, man.
Shout out
Memphis show, the hottest thing going.
Perk.
Man, fuck. You know what? I think Memphis will move away. I think Memphis, if they say, hey, man, we could live without Dylan Brooks, give up four first-round picks and maybe Tyus Jones and go get Jaylen Brown, then we'll have a different conversation. I just don't think they're there yet.
Can you imagine Jaylen Brown?
You like that?
But
look, I believe that alone. That's just I'm wishful thinking.
In the air. They hearing you. They gonna hear you though.
Yeah, I'm wishful thinking. But
go ahead.
My dark horse is the Heat. It's the Heat, and
because they got dogs.
They're all dogs. So this is a team that went to the finals just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then you go out there, you add Kyle Lowry.
Get Jimmy PJ Tucker.
You get PJ Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Bam is playing like more like.
He got some rest.
Man, he's snatching the screws. Like everything is dip shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making the defense, and then, man, like you said, Tyler Hero, and then we already know what Jimmy gonna bring. But man, Tyler Hero, man. So I'm looking, and then to me, no disrespect to any other coach out there, man.
Spo's the best in the game.
Period. Period. When it comes down to in-game adjustment, I'm talking about adjustments not at halftime, in a timeout.
Timeout, right.
Man, they in this, we about to go to this. Or we about to go in this and make them do this. I haven't seen that.
I ain't mad at that. My dark horse, I was going to pick Miami, but since you picked Miami, I'm going to go with Chicago. Again, inexperienced overall, but DeMar's been there. And I feel like whenever you play hard, man, you got a chance. And they got a lot of dogs over there in Chicago, too. So if they can stay healthy, they would be my dark horse to reach the finals. Sixth man of the year.
Got to go with Tyler Hero.
Is it Tyler Hero?
Most
unanimous?
Six man of the year, he got to be somewhere one of those rewards this year.
You get no argument out of me about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Tyler Hero, too, but I also want to give a shout-out to Buddy Hield up in Sacramento. Not that I just worked there, but he's right behind Tyler Hero in scoring, points off the bench, having a good year over there, too, although the team's not playing well, but I definitely am rolling with Tyler Hero as well. Defensive Player of the Year. Jack, start with you.
Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going Draymond. I'm going Draymond.
Perk.
If I was a numbers guy, stats guy, I would have to go with Rudy Gobert like everybody else because of the per 100 possession bullshit, the analytics and all that shit that fucked up the game. But if I'm going on the eye test, person that straps up. Damn. Golly, man. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say it's about time for like a guard or wing to win it, not just bigs or, So I'm gonna go with Mikal Bridges from
I'm
Phoenix.
mad at that. He's been locking up. He's definitely first team all defense this year.
I mean, he's the only person I know that could arm so long he can stand up and tie his shoe.
Yeah, he's been out there playing defense.
Be scratching his ankles.
I'm gonna go with Draymond. I'm gonna go with Draymond because to me he's the one guy on the list that can guard every position on the floor effectively.
Any night.
So I agree.
With passion.
Right?
With passion.
There's a difference between guarding a motherfucker because coach tell you to go guard him. You embracing this shit,
I want to.
I wish you motherfucker would.
And to be a backline blanket at 6'5".
Yeah.
Niggas a backline blanket in the NBA at 6'5".
Crazy.
And be putting Finn boys hard.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Coach of the year, Perk, I'll start with you. I think you might have already mentioned him, but who you got at this point, midway? Coach of the year.
Gotta go with Bickerstaff.
Good call.
It's a lot of coaches I feel like that's deserving of it. But man, I don't know about y'all, but I wasn't even thinking of the Cavs being in the playoffs.
Nobody
I
did.
said this is another year for them to get a top 10 pick. You know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking not only to be in the playoffs, but one of the best. Shit, I gotta go because when it comes to defense and guys buying in, that's a reflection of the respect that you have for your coach.
As a coach, yeah.
So I gotta roll with JB on this one.
For me, I love JB, and I would love to put him in that position. But for what this coach has done to this team as a new team, I got to go with Billy Donovan. I got to go with Billy Donovan.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna double up on that. I got Billy Donovan too. Also, you could put Monty Williams in there. They got Phoenix has the best record in the game. You could really. This second half of the season is really going to test Steve Nash. We talked about this the other day. KD's down, and Kyrie's in and out. James is, so Steve Nash is going to really get put to the test this second half of the season. But yeah, I agree with you. I'm on Billy Donovan. At the beginning of the season, the two teams unanimously that everyone wanted to see in the finals was this team in LA and the Brooklyn Nets is big three. Let's talk about both these teams, where they're kind of at the midway point and moving forward. Park, let's start with the Brooklyn Nets. Thoughts on Kyrie's back and forth now. KD's hurt. James Harden has had an up and down year. Top heavy team. Talk to me about the Nets.
You know what? They're going to be just fine. Like, healthy, they're going to be just fine. Here's the thing. I tell people this all the time. I'd rather have a part-time Kyrie than a no-time Kyrie. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is to this point. And you have to respect a man's decision when it comes down to being vaccinated, because Kyrie Irving is not the only player in the NBA that's unvaccinated.
You would think he is.
Right, exactly. So, that was never my thing with Kyrie. My thing was I just wanted him to stand on whatever he was standing on. But, when I look at them, okay, cool. We all know in the playoffs, role players play better well at home, right?
Yep.
Okay, if with the role players the Brooklyn Nets got, and James Harden and KD can't win them home games in the playoffs together, then they not who we think they are.
Right.
Okay, but when you go on the road, role players sometimes, you know what I'm saying, they tighten up.
Kyrie's built for that.
Tighten up. Now you got a fresh Kyrie. Fresh coming in that could give you that 30, 40, 50 and take you home. You know what I mean? So when I look at the Brooklyn Nets and this whole situation, from listening on how Kyrie talk about it, the guys got his back.
That's the most important.
And that's all that matters.
No matter what the media says, what we say. If the locker room
if
got
everybody's straight with it, shit. I feel them for starting it early. Like let's get these reps in early so we know how it is. So I'm cool with it.
Jack, what if I threw this wrench at it? KD's down for 6 weeks. My whole thing was always, like he said, part-time Kyrie is better than no-time Kyrie. Game 7 at home. But what if this team, like I said, the East is so tight right now. What if with KD's injury, this team slides out of a home court advantage? Now Game 7s are on the road, and you got Kyrie for Game 7s.
I mean, that's crazy. You brought that up the other day. That's crazy. That's a crazy way to look at it, too. But I think with KD going down right now, you got to look at the good side of it. It's just giving him some time to get rest. A lot been on him this season with Kyrie being out and James being hurt, so it's been a lot of pressure on KD. So this injury will give him the time to rest, reboot.
His mind,
you know what I mean? Then, too, something that, that's factual that we ain't brought up. The owner thinking about paying a fine so Kyrie can play full time. So we don't know what Nets team is going to be there at the beginning of the season, but for us, we want to see the whole Nets team healthy. But I want to reiterate something that Perk said. I'm not confident in their bench at all. They was confident in Joe Harris last year. What did he do? Lay an egg. So I'm not confident in the guys they got coming off the bench. If anything's happened, if another star goes down or a star not having a good game, you know what I'm saying? So they bench is something I can't rely on.
So who you leaning on? So you leaning on the big three? You leaning on LaMarcus Aldridge, Patty Mills, and Blake?
I'm leaning on the big three and LaMarcus Aldridge and Patty Mills.
Okay.
Because Patty Mills has been there. You know, Patty Mills going to do his job on both ends.
No doubt.
LaMarcus has shown signs, of being the same guy. But we know his role, he's not going to get that many touches like he used to playing with those guys.
They got to go through him. Perk was talking about this the other day. I think right now they got to feature him a little bit more.
Especially with KD out.
Him and James at home. No Kyrie.
They was like 11-2. 11-2 when he scores over, I think, like 19 points.
Yeah.
I hear these stats, but it's true. You watch him play, they go through him off the bench. They was using him as almost a 6-man type guy.
And he can play center for them.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I see.
So a healthy Brooklyn Nets.
Joe Harris do.
Can we picture this lineup directly before we go off away from Nets?
Picture this.
Patty Mills at the 1, Kyrie at the 2, James, LaMarcus, and KD. That's a good lineup in this day's game.
They're gonna get beat up on the glass.
You don't think KD will get in there and get you 10?
He gonna get in there and get you 10.
James will get you 10 now.
They're gonna get beat up on the glass.
Hold on, James will get you 10.
James get you 10 rebounds.
James will get you 10.
Yeah, they're gonna get beat up on the glass though, just because they're small. But I like the line.
Yeah.
That's a killer offensive
Bring
lineup.
Blake off the bench.
And that's what they might need to go to. Those are their best players. That's the best 5 players.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of heat.
That's a lot of heat.
That's a lot of heat, man.
How you want it? Perk, Los Angeles Lakers. AD's been out going on 6 weeks. Back soon. LeBron has transitioned to working smarter and not harder. So he's working on that pinch post in that block area that Kobe and Mike used to dominate the game is going through him. Westbrook, up and down season. Taylor Horton Tucker not playing the way he thought he was, well, what they thought he was going to play. Trevor Reeves is working himself back in. The big experiment hasn't been working. DJ hasn't been playing at all. Credit to Dwight Howard. Whenever he's been called upon, he's played well. Thoughts on this team? Malik Monk having a great season. Shout out Malik Monk.
Stanley Johnson.
They need to sign him for the year. He's that young bulldog they don't have that they need. But Park, thoughts on the Lakers?
You know, when they joined, right, we was like, it gotta work. It gotta work. They got too much, you know, firepower. Then all of a sudden, their age started to show, right? The game started. All of a sudden, you see Golden State with these athletic wings and they're faster and things to that nature. So when I look at the Lakers, and starting with Russ, and I'm watching Russ and his as he get older, right? As he's getting older, his athleticism is declining a little bit.
Yep.
It's declining a little bit. That's why that 15-footer we used to see, that used to go in for him, is short now because he's not getting elevation on his shot anymore, right? So when you look at him attacking the basket and like, yeah, we saw him bless Rudy game the other day. Probably dunk of the year. Right?
Amen.
He blessed his game, but think about the smoke layups or him getting caught in between whether he was going to dunk it. So with that being said, it's almost like he's not fighting to get up over screens. And then when I hear Russ say shit like after the games, he's like, it's more to basketball. Is more to life than just basketball. And I'm like, nah, Russ.
No, it ain't.
Nah, dog. Like, nah, bro. Like, you came to LA for one reason and one reason only.
Even if it is, it ain't.
Yeah, it is. But, like, nah, that ain't the... So I'm like, I don't know where he's at. But I will say this. Malik Monk.
Yep.
When they are fully healthy, that motherfucker need to be in the rotation, period.
And
heavy minutes.
Who's the lefty from Miami?
Kendrick Nunn.
Kendrick Nunn is still hurt, but he's tough.
But Braun moving to the center and playing the center the way he did, a lot of people didn't see that message. See, that message was to AD. Coach asked me to play the center. I'm gonna show you how to play the center.
Nigga, Braun said I got magic in me too.
I'm gonna show you. So when you get back, I want you to not us force you to play center. AD.
Embrace it.
I want you to embrace this shit. Watch how I embrace it, still dominate and enjoy. And y'all already know. Like I know when you hurt, and no matter how look, when you're hurt and you're sitting on the sideline for an extended period of time. You start seeing things through a different lens. You start evaluating the game a little bit differently. And that's what I think. LeBron ain't going to say shit to AD about it. He'll go, I got the 5 spot. That's a message to AD. Like, I need you on this when you get back.
Big fella. But I think LeBron and AD at the 4 or 5, however they play together, it's going to be interesting to see.
But they're not coming. They're not coming out of the West.
So, say it again?
They're not coming out of the West. I don't even think they have a chance. And it's hard to go against Braun because he didn't prove us wrong as far as getting to the finals. But man, I just can't see it because teams is not scared of them.
No, absolutely not. They look forward to whooping that ass if they can. They look forward to whooping that ass. The only thing I'll say is I think to combat what you said, because they are an older, slower team, to me, they're built for the playoffs. And I think right now they're on cruise control, knowing that at the end, we just got to get in. And then that's going to be our best shot. And I'm not saying you could flip the switch because an older team who knows if you could flip the switch, LeBron's always going to give you a great chance. But I say this team is built for 7-game series because they're going to get days off in between. The game slows down in the playoffs. So I think that's where they're going to be at their best. I feel like they're going to hit their stride after the playoffs, after All-Star break if they can get healthy. But we'll see, to me, the best Lakers in the playoffs because it's a 7-game series. It's going to slow down, and there won't have to be, like you said, this with the team. Jack, Thoughts on them? Can they come out? If everyone is healthy, can they come out of the West?
Yeah, if they fire the head coach.
Oh no, Jack. No.
Jack never been a fan of Vogel.
I've never been a fan of Vogel. I just know I don't think he's the coach for this team, bro. And I've been right. God damn it.
He said, I've been right, goddammit.
That.
Not this team.
The
The championship team was new. KD and Bron new. They good enough to figure it out for a season. They getting older. You add in all these pieces. He can't handle all that. Russ, Melo, it's just too much for him. And that's why they ain't coming together. Because they don't respect him.
Right. I could see that. But let me ask you
hold
this.
the locker room down.
Let me ask you this. If you're in Frank Vogel's shoes and y'all acquire a Russell Westbrook that's making $43 million a year. Not you. I don't want
how you would react.
I know how you would react and you would
Yeah.
I want you to put so like in the mind frame of just a coach, not take it, go into a whole nother character. Just what you supposed to tell Russell Westbrook about getting up over screens? You know what I mean? About stop gambling. About stop leaving your feet to pass the ball when you learn this shit at the age of 5.
I got a better one for you, big fella.
What?
I got a better one for you. Fuck being somebody else and pretending. I'm going to go with Greg Popovich. I'm going to sit your ass down. Fuck the money. Fuck how much I'm paying you. You're not helping us win. I don't give a fuck how good you is. I'm a Greg Popovich you. I'm going to sit you at the end of the bench until you buy into what we need you to do to be successful. Not what you want to do or what's been successful other places. We talk about what we need you to do here. You bring a lot to the game, but you're not doing what we need to do at the times we need you to do it.
I think it
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go Greg Popovich. I'm gonna sit your ass down.
But look, do y'all think Vogel has that type of power and support from the front office? Because we know the politics side
Is
of
that a
it.
conversation Bron could have with him?
Bron ain't no guy that want to have conversations. See, that's the thing. That's the thing people don't realize.
Yeah, I never played with Bron.
So but that's the thing.
I'm not. Pop ain't having no conversation with Tim Duncan or David Robinson. Pop ain't.
Bob different.
Come on to the office, Russ. I'm gonna sit you down and just like I did Tony Parker in the championship game. I'm gonna sit you down and let Speedy Caxton play because he competing with Stephon Marbury and all these other guys. Jason Kidd, you not competing. So you know what, Tony? I'm gonna sit you down. I don't care how mad you is. I'm gonna sit you down and play Speedy because that's what's gonna get us to win.
I only see maybe 3 coaches doing that in the NBA: Popovich, Spoelstra, and Ty Lue.
Yeah.
I don't see no other coaches doing that. Nah, but I feel you though, man. It's just man. But nah, I feel your point on that, Stack. But them boys just haven't been playing, dog. Because here's the thing, and I want to say this. Here's the thing. Just look at the win when they beat the Jazz the other night, right?
They played.
Frank Vogel said, "Fuck it." When they made their run, he had Braun, he had Taylor Horton Tucker. Avery Bradley, who's on a non-guarantee, Stanley Johnson, who's on a 10-day, and Malik Monk, who's on a minimum. He had those 5 guys, and he rode that shit to about the 3-minute mark, and then he said, "Come on in, Russ. We got us a 7-point lead. If you fuck this off, it's on me, I guess."
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So it was people that bought in and actually did the shit that he asked them to do. And when I go back to even a guy like Melo, best scorer, we get that. One of the greatest scorers the game have ever seen. But when it comes down to it,
I'm gonna need that effort on defense.
he's giving you 16 to 20 points on one end, but he's giving up 30 to 35 on the other.
Yeah.
He can't slide his feet. What you want to do, if you Vogel, what you doing? Because I know Braun advocating for it.
Get your drink. Go and get your drink, baby. Sit right inside of me. I'm
Team defense.
I got you here, baby.
All right. Man, it's coming up on 2 years since the passing of Kobe,
Damn.
Gigi, and the other people on the helicopter. Man, sending love and light and energy to the family. Perk, real quick, you had 2 run-ins with Kobe in the finals. Talk to us about both of them. You got one at home, then you got hurt in the finals, and they got it at home. 2010, he said that was the loss was his hardest series he ever took, and in the win, that was his best championship.
It was. In his loss, Kobe gave everything he possibly could. Like, we was to the point in 2008 where we was like, you know what, we gonna give Kobe, we ain't gonna give it to him, but we can't stop him. So it is what it is. You know, Ray wasn't stopping his ass. So, you know what I mean? That we already battling down there with these two trees and Lamar Odom. So we was like, we got to cancel everybody out. He gonna get his. But let me tell you, with that 2010 shit, it hit different. And I feel like it hit different for Cole because I was watching. And, man, he struggled that whole game. He really kind of struggled that whole series. But every team, the team that won that game in that series won the rebounding battle.
Yep.
And Kobe knew that shit. So in Game 7, I thought he shot like maybe 6 for 24 from the field. But I believe he had like 15, 18 rebounds. 6 or 7 of the motherfuckers was offensive to go to the free throw line. Like, that's how bad he wanted that shit.
He willed it.
Yeah, he willed it. And then you have to realize this. It was him. Yeah, he had Gasol, but Gasol wasn't the same at the time. And no disrespect to Gasol, but he's not in the same conversation with Kobe, Ray, Paul, and KG.
Right.
So in Kobe's eyes, it's really
1 against 3.
Yeah, it's 1 against 3. And I didn't took y'all out. 1 deep.
Slayed the dragon.
Yeah, 1 deep. I got y'all.
1 deep.
I got y'all. 1 deep.
You was playing well, though, too, before you hurt your knee. You was playing really well out there.
We was out there trying to get it, man. We was trying to get it.
Yes, sir. Jack, your moment that stands out to me, obviously you guys had some great battles in the league, but your McDonald's All-American experience, like you said, talk to us about that. You knew the vibe coming in. Kobe stamped that you should have been MVP. Talk to us about that 96 McDonald's game with Kobe.
Man.
I mean, that was a good experience, man. You know, just being able to grow up with him, you know him as a teenager and seeing the player he become. You know, one of the greatest ever to do it, you know. But for me, my greatest moment with Kobe was when me and you was on Golden State. It was a tie game. No, actually, we were up 2. Kobe comes down and hits a 3.
Yeah, I was going back and forth.
I come back and hit another 3. Kobe come and put us up. Kobe come back and hit another one.
In L.A.
Then I come back and hit another one, and just so happened we played them back-to-back nights. We played them
at home first
in L.A. Then they go to state. But just that night, you know what I'm saying? I watch that game all the time. You know what I mean? To be going back and forth with him on that stage was something I always remember. But he said he was gonna be one of the greats, man. And he did that. A lot of people say shit and don't do it. Nah, he did that.
He did that.
Yeah, I mean, I just got to see, you know, from going to someone I watched since I was in college up at UCLA, coming up on campus, to competing, to almost getting into a fight, to become a teammate, to then really getting to know him as a brother, as a man, as a father, and just the bond we built outside of basketball. We had some cool times during basketball, but, you know, him always sending the twins. Every time he dropped a shoe, he sent the twins in their team shoes. If the twins played at 9 and Gigi played at 11, Kobe would hit me the night before. What time you guys played? 9 a.m. Kobe would come 2 hours early and watch the twins play.
Shit, you came by.
Yeah, shit, you don't have to, like, I'm going to go watch 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, but he just did it because he loved it. So just to really get a chance to see him outside of the Mamba, to get to know Kobe, was a very dope experience to me. So again, man, rest in peace to our brother, man. We love him, we miss you. Sending love to the family, the girls, sisters, mom and dad, man. Make sure you check out Kobe Bryant, Muse, on Showtime. We're up next with our favorite segment, fan questions. Let's get to it, fellas. S. Curry 23. If y'all could come back on a 10-day, who is the squad you would pick and why?
For me, I would want to go probably to Miami because I think I fit that style. I think I could be a good asset to them, a scorer and a defender on that wing to help PJ and Jimmy. I would say Miami. That's more my style.
Good call. Perk.
Man, I'm going to Miami. I'm going to Miami. For everything else outside of basketball and basketball.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to Miami. So here's the thing. One, I need to get in shape. And you know, in that culture,
You got to.
You got to get in
Ain't no
shape.
choice.
Two, I ain't going to have to do much. I ain't going to have to do much.
what you do.
You go there and kick it what you did a little bit. Know what I'm saying? Learn just how to be a vet. Shit, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm
mad
with
at
it.
Miami, good move.
Miami's dope. I
Me and
want to
Spo
go
would be best friends.
I'd
Me
want to
too.
go to a healthy Lakers, but I would want to run it back with Golden State
I
because
knew
I
he
got
was gonna say
hurt
that.
going into the playoffs that year in 17, and it was a dope situation. So a healthy chance to rock with them boys would be dope. Jack, you're up.
At SRS 1594, what do you think about the possibility of a mid-season tournament, NCAA style, Perk?
No, like
Absolutely
no,
not.
man, like
Fuck
no, like okay, like you know what? I was against the play-in,
Play-in
but
ended
after
up
I
dope.
saw it, the play-in
That's how it
fucking.
was, remember? We
But the
talked about
play-in
it.
is like okay, the play-in is the playoffs
It just
before the
starts early.
playoffs.
It just starts
I'm
early.
with that.
Right.
Yep.
But let's not keep adding this. Like,
Yeah.
what's the point of even adding this in? Talking about $2 million. Well, a $2 million prize to a motherfucker making $42 million. That shit
Right.
don't mean that.
And it's only $1 million after
I'll
taxes.
tell you this. I do got an idea for the All-Star game.
Talk to him.
A one-on-one tournament.
Ooh.
A one-on-one tournament.
Who's winning
For
that?
$2 million.
All the top players in the league are in that tournament. Who's winning that?
You in it.
Who's in it? Who's winning? KD's not going to be playing. Clay's not an all-star. Kyrie won't be an all-star this year.
I'm going Greek.
I'm going Giannis too, dog.
He gonna Debo that
He gonna Debo everything, and if you big, he gonna go by you. He go Euro step, dunk that whole.
He gonna Debo everything,
Yeah, I'm going
dog.
Giannis, dog. And no
all
KD though.
No KD.
I'm going Giannis.
Yeah.
At Roots Life Farm, who had the better block? Ja Morant 2 hands off the glass this year, or Tayshaun Prince on Reggie Miller back in 04?
That was more meaningful. That was in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Reggie's
Yeah.
block.
I'm not going either one of them. Jordan going pin Ron Mercer shit at 50 and washed him. 2 hands, pinned him at 50 and gave him 40 that game. Stop it. Y'all better do your homework.
But he wasn't 50 years old, was he?
Man, he was damn near.
Yeah, it was. I mean, when you
damn
get
near
over
50.
45, goddamn, man, you 50.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
you.
you 50.
That was a hell of a block. That was mean.
2 hands.
Yeah, you know,
was
I
mean.
round off. You 36, you 40.
You bought it.
Yeah.
Straight up.
He about 42, about 42.
I would say that obviously the Tayshaun block is a historic block. It meant so much, but Ja, just for how fucking little he is and the way he got it, he putting his armpits on the backboard,
And
bro.
he let you know he about to jump before he jumped too. He get the steps together. He wind up and all that.
And his hair be swinging in the back while he up here flying and blocking your shit.
That's his cape. His hair's cape.
We already know, like Tayshaun saved the day with that shit.
Man.
But here's the thing about Ja. It just goes to show you the type of competitor he is and team guy.
He kept, bro.
Because he's the one that turned over the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
So
a fact.
he turned over the ball
That's a fact.
and he got back in transition. And he really meant that. Like, he got back not for a highlight, he got back on some like, I'm trying to win.
Let me get that back.
So I'm like, hold on, man, this dude 22, man, like, we already know what he could do, everything else he could do, but
That team has kind of embodied his personality. That the franchise has taken his energy.
Yeah,
I love it.
You know what I love about him though?
What?
I see him in the spot in Memphis. No drinking, no nothing. Saying what's up to everybody. But
Being
he
real.
got
Cool.
hooping. He in the spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he standing alone. He doing his own thing. He locked in.
Yeah.
He's super locked in.
Love to hear it. Skywalker _26. Do you guys see the Lakers making the run in the playoffs? And can the Bulls make a run in the Eastern Conference?
They can make it look. What's the first question? Do you guys see the
Lakers.
Lakers make it? Of course, the Lakers. I think the Lakers are gonna squeeze in the playoffs. They're gonna find. They good
No,
enough.
can they make a run?
Can they make a
Can they
run
make
in the
some
playoffs?
noise in the
Yeah,
Western
they can do
Conference?
that too. It depends on how healthy they are. They can't we're not gonna disrespect the Lakers like they ain't got Braun
right,
and AD
right.
and Russ. Come on now, they still got Hall of Famers
Yeah.
all over the roster.
Yeah.
But can they turn it around in enough time? When we've and history shows us from being professionals, you can't just turn it on. I don't give a fuck who you got.
Straight
you know
up.
what I'm saying? Going to the playoffs to win the championships. But I still think they can. The Bulls, they can make it look interesting and, some things will have to go their way for them to make it out. A lot of things, you know what I'm saying, injuries with other teams. I ain't talking about their team. I'm talking about players hurt on other teams. You know what I'm saying? Things got to go right for the Bulls to pull it off.
I think with the Lakers, you can't count Braun out. He's proven that to us. AD, like, we're talking about AD, but AD quietly. Like, I'm talking about him because I expect more. But like he's quietly averaging a 20, 24 and 11. Like, and it's effortless.
Easy.
But if you could get the AD back to the AD where we were actually having a conversation about who would we take, Giannis or AD. If you get to that AD, then you definitely can't count the Lakers out. I feel like their path as well. Like, I feel like if the Lakers see Phoenix is a better matchup than them seeing Golden State, like in the second round or something to that nature. So I think that's what matters. But then, you know, when I look at the Bulls, when I look at the East, just overall, I think the East is really wide open, and that's the fun thing about the league. So I'm looking at the Bulls, and can they make the conference finals? Yes. They really can. Like, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, 27 and 28 points a game. We see what Lonzo doing. We know what Alex Caruso do without even showing up in the box scores. And then Vucevic, man.
I like him. He's
tough.
Like, he's on some other shit. And then you look at Kobe White. Man, Kobe White, his last 11 games, he's been averaging like 21, 22 points off the bench or in the start. Like, he's sniping it. He's sniping it. Ayo, good. The little backup big for him, good, who got into it with Josh. So, yeah, they definitely could make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Ball is life, 10. Matt, you were in the Think Like a Man. Can you explain to us how long did you guys do the scene for, and how hard was it not to laugh at Kevin Hart?
Man, that was crazy. That was 2010. I was with the Lakers. I was coming off knee surgery that summer. But we shot that basketball scene with Ron, and rest in peace, Russell Butler, Shannon Brown, and me and Lisa Leslie against Kevin Hart and his crew. And Kevin could really play, but he's so motherfucking funny. I promise you, it probably took us like 3.5 hours to shoot this little basketball scene, because he would make everything so, like, try to post people up, try to grab the ball, like, try to go ISO, like, stop filming and try to play one-on-one with somebody. So, and it was an honor, man, to get down with Kev, and definitely a funny situation.
Here we go. Uncle Gramps, since y'all are such big supporters of women's sports, you fucking right.
Right.
Especially basketball, what 4 women would you take to hoop with you on the blacktop? I'm going down the line. I want your stat, Matt, and
So we going one at a time?
Nah, I want y'all 4.
Okay, I'm gonna go by position too. I'm going Dawn Staley at the point. I'm going Cynthia Cooper at the 2. I'm going Cheryl Swoops at the 3. I'm going Tina Thompson at the 4.
On, man.
And I'm going Lisa Leslie at the 5.
You just did that because we was Carbon fans, man. I'm riding with you. That's the same thing.
I'm just adding Dawn
with them
Staley.
3.
You know what I'm talking about?
Who can you really add? I mean, shit, I guess I got to go Diana Taurasi.
And my 6th man to be Candace Parker.
No, you can't have Candace Parker.
Sorry.
I'm taking Taurasi. I'm taking Candace Parker. I'm taking Sue Bird. She's tough. I'm taking Sabrina as one of mine, and then fucking big Liz Cambage.
Big Liz. I need you on the show, Big Liz.
So I'm going Tina Thompson, Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, them 3, and then I'm adding Candace Parker. Remember, we going to the blacktop.
Yeah,
blacktop. I'm not saying that, but we going to the blacktop.
Blacktop.
You know what I'm saying? We might go spank a couple guys' teams with that roster. I ain't doing shit.
Well, that's a wrap. All the smoke. Mid-season review with our brother Kendrick Perkins.
Big Perk.
Big Stack.
My brothers.
You can catch us on Showtime Basketball, YouTube, and the iHeart platform, Black Effects. We'll see y'all next week.
You did.
Bellator returns with a bang when reigning champion Ryan Darth Bader faces interim champ Valentin Moldavsky. For the undisputed heavyweight crown, Bellator MMA, live Saturday, January 29th on Showtime, where warriors rule.